Hi guys, and welcome back to another Android tutorial. In this video we're going to be learning how to make use of the radio button. In case you don't know me, I'm Zeke the program guy, and I'll be walking you through the steps on how to create a radio button like this. Now, what's a radio button? A radio button is actually a small circle that you click on in order to make a particular choice. Alright, these are the circles we're talking about, and each are going to have a text beside them like this. So a user can either choose or make the choice of selecting any of these radio buttons. Let's take, for instance, a user wants to make the choice of selecting mail. When he selects it, there will be a toast message that's going to be displayed telling you you have selected the male or you have selected the female, just like this. Alright, now for we to get started, we need to head over to activity-main.xml. So when I go to text, these are the steps we are going to take. I've actually written the codes that we're going to be using to develop this radio button. So I'm just going to be walking you through the steps on everything you have to know. Now, first of all, we're using a linear layout in developing this app. And then secondly, we have to add a text view that will have the text gender, and then we'll set the size of this text to be 25 XP, and the text size is going to be bold, and then the gravity is going to be set to center. Now the margin from the top is going to be 40 dp, and this is actually what I mean. The text is going to be gender, and as you can see here, the text style is bold, and then the margin from the top to this position whereby this text is being placed is going to be 40 dp. Now after that, we're going to add a radio group. Now a radio group is actually a place whereby you place your radio buttons. A radio group is actually where you place one or more radio buttons. Now you give the radio group an ID, and then you set the width to be wrap content, the height is going to be wrap content, and then the margin, the layout margin is going to be 40 dp. Now here we're going to add our radio buttons. You set the ID to be radio 1, and then the text is going to be male, and then you set checked to true. And similarly, that's what you're going to do for the second radio button. You give it an ID, you give it a text, and then you set checked to true. Now after doing that, you're going to you'll have to close your radio group, and then you have to close the linear layout. Now having done this, the next thing we have to do is to head over to our main activity.java, and here is where we're going to write the code that we display a toast message whenever a user makes the decision of selecting either of the gender being stated here. Now if we want to achieve this, first we're going to declare our variables. We declare the radio group to be radio group, and then the radio buttons are going to be radio button 1 and radio button 2, and after that we're going to assign our variables to the ID. Now the radio group is going to be assigned to the ID we gave it, and the radio button 1 is going to be assigned to the radio 1 and radio 2. Now after that, we're going to set on changed listener for our radio group. Now whenever radio 1 is here, is the switch or case statement we're going to write for the radio buttons, so that whenever a user clicks on radio button 1, it will display a toast message that will say male, and then whenever radio button 2 is being selected, it will display a toast message that will say female. And that is that for this program. It's very simple to do, and I will see you in my next video. Actually, please remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, and give this video a like if you find it so much interesting. Goodbye.